Welcome back to the Somerville and Brewcast, the official podcast of the Somerville and Brew Alliance, located here in Somerville, Massachusetts. Beer-soaked Somerville, Massachusetts.
Turn on the video and you just immediately go to shit.
I'm looking at it.
You are sweating.
Well, they can see.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I'm Jason Ng.
And I'm Alex Rogers.
We have a third person here today, and you can see him.
The fan favorite.
Fan favorite. Returning for, what, like a four-peat now?
The
Woo!
sweep.
Crazy.
4-0. Going for 4-0.
Ryan Bell, everyone. Thank you for coming back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Can we put the applause thing in the video?
Of just like holding up things for everybody to do.
Please add that in post for this live video.
Everybody put a heart on Facebook Live right now for Ryan. No?
No.
0? Okay. Let's keep,
Weird how that works.
let's keep going with this.
Keep pushing through.
We got a couple Harpoon Dunkin' Donuts porters here to prep ourselves.
I like that you are just trying to just already bury this experience down because I think you know what's coming.
I know, it's so bad. So this is what happened. I told Alex that, all right, it's probably about this time, since we're well into October now, to drink some pumpkin beers.
Oh, it's perfect.
I told him to keep them out of my sight. I didn't even want to see them until I had to drink them.
The table's bare, as you can see. Normally we would have them set
just
out,
a
ready
whole
to
bunch
go.
of glasses.
You didn't even want to see it. I'll say this right now: if you make it through this episode and you make it through all these pumpkin beers, there's a surprise for you at the end.
Ooh.
A wonderful, wonderful surprise. So make it through.
I hope it's an Xbox.
I won't say. It's probably not that, but I won't.
Is it a Mega Millions ticket?
Well, you know I got mine. Hopefully one of the winners.
1 in 300 million, baby.
Did you guys
Speaking of spooky,
buy?
I will be ghosting on every person I know in my life when I win tonight. So it's been nice knowing you.
Well, I was
thanks.
going to suggest I've been soliciting reciprocity agreements with whoever I can.
Oh, absolutely.
I will pay off your student loans if I win.
Oh, yeah,
But you have
absolutely.
to promise to pay off mine
Done.
if you win.
Wow.
Absolutely. That's easy. That's it.
I mean, 900
You-
mil.
No,
I think I'll have some
it's,
change.
I'm pretty sure I have like 600
It's like
million in school loans.
$2 billion right now for jackpot.
Oh, is it? It was 1.6.
1.6?
this morning.
Yeah, so
It's up to 2?
But I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
all the
estimating
idiots
over
like
two.
me.
Jesus.
I went and bought a couple ticks today. I'm sure.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to.
You'd be
Idiot
foolish
tax.
not to throw your money in the garbage like this.
Yeah, it's the idiot tax come due.
Absolutely.
So, kudos to the 90-something-year-old that wins this. Hey, let's, you want a beer? You want to do beer? Beer?
Yeah.
All this stalling, I know why you're
So we're
stalling.
doing-
No. We can't do beer yet. We have to do something first. We're going to do story time. / history time, which is your favorite part. We're bringing it back mainly because Alex insisted. He's insisting a whole lot this episode. We're drinking a whole bunch of pumpkin beers. He wanted to like say something historical where I'm gonna have to like find some sort of music for you
absolutely, yeah.
in the background,
I don't
like
want that
old-timey
same
clavichord.
tired, just exhausted shit that you did last time. I want something new. I want something fun.
Wow. I brought back the Carlin Storytime theme music.
Perfect.
And okay, well that's good.
I want some
but
tiny
something in the
edit.
background.
I want to be a little spooky. I want everything to be a little spooky.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do something a little bit spooky right now, and we'll have some like crazy spooky jack-o'-lantern music. Will that work?
I think that might
Spice
work.
it up. Spice it up. Pumpkin spice it up.
Oh, yeah.
So
All right.
I got a little bit of history for us today. We haven't
You're
done
going to start with the
history.
history.
We're gonna go
Oh,
right into history.
Okay. Let's do it.
We haven't done a history segment in a while, so I would like to cover something that we're going to be trying out today, which is some barrel aged stuff. I can give a small preview. So we're going
Okay.
to talk a little bit about how barrel aging beers came along. For this, I stole very generously from 2 articles primarily, so I'm going to go ahead and give them credit. The first is Kenny Gold over at hopculture.com, and the second is Ron Pattison. I had to be very careful not to say Rob Patterson or whatever his name is. The Twilight
guy.
Oh,
Cedric
yeah.
Diggory.
It's so
AKA.
spooky. It's so spooky, this episode.
He's
That
forever
article
Cedric.
is called
Hashtag forever
Slow Beer,
Cedric.
the history of aging beer on All About Beer magazine. So starting in 300 BC, the Greeks and Romans made a decision to start aging their wine in wooden barrels instead of skins. A few hundred years later...
Wait, instead of skins?
Oh yeah, animal skin. This is 300 BC. You kill
okay.
your goat, you take its stomach, and you fill wine with it, and you walk around like a barbarian.
Give some meat on that wine.
Yep.
Yeah. You heard of mead? Neat.
Got it.
That's not official. I mean, that's not the history segment. We'll cover that at some point, I'm
Sweet
sure.
honey.
It's a
This
huge,
is like
huge assumption.
half fantastical, half historical.
We've got three sentences in, and we're already just derailed on it.
I'll be quiet.
A few hundred years later, European brewers discovered that wooden barrels made sturdier vessels for shipping the beer than those wineskins did, and they could actually be more easily rolled around. Oak was the preferred choice. Eventually, the barrels proved useful not only.
Wait, was someone trying to roll around skin of wine?
Absolutely.
That sounds really
If you've been eating just meat on repeat and you have like
meat on repeat.
repeat meat, stomach wine, you're not going to be lifting a lot of stuff. You're going to be rolling
that skin of wine around. Okay.
So eventually, these barrels prove useful not only for storage but for the mellowing effects and warm flavors they imparted to whatever they held. In 1783, so skipping forward some here, Evan Williams opened a distillery in Kentucky and used wood to age his bourbon.
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
According to legend, which all those legends, he made the stuff in Kentucky and shipped it down to Ohio and Mississippi to New Orleans, where he realized that it tasted better. Thus, moonshine became bourbon. The whiskey came from Kentucky's bourbon country. It wasn't until 1992 that brewers started aging beer in bourbon barrels, thanks to the ingenuity of Greg Hall, former brewmaster of Goose Island Brewery in Chicago.
Bourbon County.
Goose Island's Bourbon County Stout, which ferments in stainless steel vessels and ages for 100 days in Jim Beam bourbon barrels, remains one of the most sought-after barrel-aged beers today. Getting a little bit more technical from the second article, in the 18th and 19th centuries, ale was conditioned in two ways. It could either be sold as mild, that is young, usually no more than a week or two after being racked into barrels, or it could be stock, which is aged for months or even years before sale. So they list the different categories, and apparently it was based upon like how long it was rested in the barrels.
Yeah.
And it increases in strength over time. So the four categories that they put it in, and this was like a table that was put together in 1899. Stock ale was something that was aged 4 to 12 months. Semi-stock bottling beers, 3 months. Light pale ales, 2 to 4 weeks. And then mild ale, only 4 to 10 days. So it ranged from up to 4 to 10 days to 4 to 12 months in a barrel. So very wide range, even early on, to impact the flavor in several different ways. We have 2 barrel-aged ones here today. We're going to see how they differ because they're actually a year apart in the bottling process.
Oh, awesome.
Vertical
Right?
tasting.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
See how fun history
All right,
can
this is
be.
going to be great.
So after this, just put in all the history music.
Yeah.
Not the repeat. I don't want the same music, actually. So if you can make it more interesting.
Wow. That's a big
Yeah,
ask.
good.
All right, I'll try it.
For the live video, I mean.
All right, now let's go to...
Be like, enough of that.
Yeah. Enough of that history. Let's go to story time. I have 2 stories, mainly because I'm gonna cover for Ryan today. I'm gonna do 2 on my own. Yeah.
Immediately set me up.
He's like, hey, Ryan, you see that bus?
See that bus over there? All right, I have 2 of them. One of them you kind of seen already. It's great. So I was going through just a normal like Google News thing of looking at like recent beer stories, and one of them caught my eye. It was a story from I think a couple days ago. It might have been last weekend down in Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
The
ballpark.
Yeah. There's a guy who's just going into a gas station shop. It doesn't seem like this may have been premeditated from the pictures that I saw of of security cameras. But what happened was, I guess there must have been a time in the shop where the front guy just was not there. The cashier may have turned his back or something like that. And this guy, just crime of opportunity, decides to steal just a ton of beer. And what does he steal? He decides to steal 5 cases of Bud Light.
Oh, because it's lightweight.
Yeah, it's very lightweight. Very, very thought through. They're like, I think, $16.99 a case down there.
You got to keep it under a felony.
Yeah. So even though he stole 5,
It's like free party if he makes it out.
That's true. That's like $80-something in total. The best part is this picture. So if you see this picture, I'm going to bring it up. It is fantastic. And everybody is being like, wait a minute. This guy can't have planned all of this. Second of all, his
has all
face
5.
is fan-fucking-tastic, right?
Yeah, shifty eyes.
Oh my gosh. So one of the things that I was reading in the story, right, was how this guy, like, the torn off, like, flannel that he's wearing and the flip-flops that he has on definitely makes it so that you know that this guy didn't walk into this store planning on stealing
I
this
don't
beer.
know. That's the Texas uniform.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
No, he definitely did not plan on it. He was definitely going in to buy like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And look, because he's looking over.
he might have been just like grabbing a candy bar.
Yeah.
But no,
I'm give him the benefit of a doubt because I don't see where there's not a sign up there that doesn't say like free 99 or something above it. So
it says $16.99
Okay, yeah,
right underneath
sure.
his hand.
sure.
I'm impressed that he has all 5 cases in his arms.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a one motion pick up and run.
But I guess that's partially the adrenaline.
That man is swift.
Of the con, if you will.
That is a big guy too.
Actually,
So
we are in con season, so like maybe he's actually going as the Bud Light Knight. He just needed a lot
Could
of
be.
stuff to make it. So
Ugh, God.
my favorite part of it is the shifty eye.
Yeah.
And he's just like, screw having a mask, no hood. This is just like crime of opportunity.
look, not all heroes
I mean,
wear
do it and get
capes,
out.
Not all villains wear masks.
So I'm gonna scroll down
I assume
here.
he got arrested.
No.
No?
They were like, please let us know if you know anything
They
about this
can't
man.
identify
That's exactly what I was going to
crystal clear
scroll.
picture.
So here's the Arlington, Texas police
Ooh,
like
they
thing that they
refer
put
to him
on
as a beer
Twitter.
baron. I like
Yeah.
that.
Beer baron definition of a beer run. He swiped 5 cases of a convenience from a convenience store in the 5,000 block of Little School Road. But the best part is that they used like a little like icon, like emoticon thing for like call Detective Thompson if you recognize
Oh my
him.
god. We're definitely right now not telling all of our listeners to call in and tell them who you think
Yeah.
this might be.
Oh please.
Please don't do that. Please definitely don't go to this tweet and call whoever it is.
This is so
Detective
great.
Thompson.
But I wish we could see the video of this because he was doing like some double takes back and forth, and he was just like I'm doing it and just mean mugging it the entire
hopefully,
time.
yeah.
He's like, I got this shit.
Man, I hope nobody turns him in.
Right?
I mean, this is a victimless crime.
No, it's great.
Yeah,
it's all of
I don't
$80.
see how anyone was harmed in this crime at all.
Yeah.
No, this is a Texas hero in my book.
Yeah.
All right, so first story number 1. Not that spooky, although it did involve crime. The other one can be a little ugly if you're not prepared for it.
Okay.
It's a physical activity.
Uh-oh.
Has anyone heard of the beer mile?
Oh yeah.
You have.
Yeah, they do one at the the gym that we don't need to go much more into that.
Oh, yeah?
The gym that I go to, they do a beer mile a couple times a year.
Oh.
I've never done it because I would vomit. Well, I don't want to step on your story.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. This could be your story, Ryan. Please tell me more.
Just tell you about what the beer mile
What
is.
is a beer mile? So I came across beermile.com, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, you
Holy
can see
crap,
that there's
4:33.
some very fast people that run this beer mile. And it seems
That's a
to be
4-minute 33-second
4
mile.
beers.
So you meet. It starts by chugging a beer. You chug a beer.
Love this
run
sport
400
already.
meters. Chug another beer. Run 400 meters. Chug a third beer. Run 400 meters. Chug a fourth beer. Run 400 meters. And that's a mile.
Yeah. Can you imagine doing that in 4 minutes? That's insane.
So at the gym that I go to, when they did it last time, there's one guy that's like a big time runner.
Yeah.
That can probably run a mile without chugging beer in maybe like low 5s.
Wow.
Maybe like around 5 minutes.
Okay.
And so he, I think he won the thing, but the second guy, this guy who finished second, was a guy who's probably built like you, Jason, just
Yeah.
like a big unit. Because what he was doing is just he was making up
Thank
all
you,
his time
thank you,
on the
that feels
beers. Just like he
Yeah?
just like would like down the beer and he'd
then
run
take off?
slower, but he was making up all that time. 'Cause,
yeah.
the average person, it takes you can't shotgun it. You have to chug it.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I love on the website it tells you the best laps so far by these professional drinkers/runners. But it also says the most popular beers on the far right side there. So you can see Budweiser's at the top.
It's got to be
then
Bud Light,
PBR.
right? That's got to be Bud Light.
I don't think
There's
so.
no way that it's Bud Heavy.
Yeah, it's Bud Heavy. We need
No.
to talk about this. But
Absolutely.
there's no way that guy would have stolen Bud Heavy.
No,
right?
no, because it's just the brands. It's just Canadian, Miller.
Cool.
Oh, Miller High Life.
Yeah, right?
But there's no way it's there's no way they're drinking
It says
regular.
MGD below Miller High Life though.
There's no way that it's Coors regular. These have got to be the
Just-
light beers.
I think
mean,
if you're doing this, though, you got to go
I
with
would
High
hope
Life.
so. I would do Bud Heavy.
You do Bud Heavy.
I would do
Fuck, yes, I
High
would.
Life or PBR.
I do
think.
Christmas Stout. I want a Christmas Stout.
Can you do different beers? That would be great. Like
I mean,
your
I'm sure
last
you-
lap,
I'm
you
sure
just
you
put it on.
could, But
Huh. Like a relay type
it's
of deal
not
too
gonna
could
matter.
work.
It's tough.
You're gonna be so grossed out
There's
by whatever you're having.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of different like methods on here too on like how to run. Oh, rule variations, perfect. Like that's so great.
You puke, you're out. That's
The 4 times beer relay, which is what we were just talking about. Queen's Chunder Mile. I mean, this is so great. I feel like we need to do one of
20
these
ounce.
sometime.
What is that? 20-ounce pint from a glass. You scrolled away from it.
Oh, sorry.
Queen's
The Queen's Chunder
20
Mile.
ounce imperial pint from Cupper glass.
Quarter pint. Vomiting allowed.
Vomiting allowed. Yeah. Well, because
yeah.
that's got to be. That's gonna put you in the ground. I think.
I think so. Anyways, 4-lap beer steeplechase. This is such a great thing. Like, I love America. I don't,
that's it, right?
we don't even know if this was first invented in America, but I'm just assuming it
That's
was.
why.
Safe
Yeah.
assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible for your health. It barely involves exercise, like of any substance.
All right, so those are my 2 stories. We got some history out of the way.
So when are we gonna do a Somerville and Beer Mile?
Somerville and Beer Mile.
First beer miles next week.
It's got to be close, right? We got to do
Tonight.
it like tonight.
Immediately after. We're gonna do another
In
live
the rain,
broadcast.
thundering, storming.
Yeah.
We'll live broadcast it as well.
I would
Oh my
do
God,
it.
that'd
I
be
would
so
do
bad.
it with y'all. I don't want to do it
Yeah.
with people from my gym. They're like all in incredible shape. Plus, I almost certainly will throw up, no matter who I do it with.
I'll do it, and yeah.
I'm
We'll
incredibly
make-
fit, so I don't want to ruin what I have going on by like
By
chugging.
putting beer in your body.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
No, I
like-
get that. I'm kind of a health nut myself.
Perfect segue. Let's put some beer in our bodies.
Oh,
Let's do
and
it.
Can we do
I
that?
have your favorite kind of beer to put in your body. So we started out this
Son of a
podcast
bitch.
doing a very special kind of beer, very delicate taste, a very fine, smooth on the palate kind of beer. I'm of course talking about pumpkin beer. Everybody's favorite,
No.
from sorority girl to other sorority girl. Girls dressed like Han Solo in the fall. Everybody's looking for pumpkin spice, and I brought it today. It got so many, and it's so good. And I want to give a shout out to where we bought it from. I thought we decided to do this from Total Wine. In
Oh, sure.
Everett. Yeah, so went there last night.
Dude, they're
I feel
so
like-
great.
I feel like pumpkin beer is like so you turn 21, right? You start drinking beer that you actually can go pick out yourself.
Absolutely.
You know? And so I feel like step 1 for everybody that I ever knew was Newcastle Brown Ale.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's
okay.
it's like something different. You're like, oh, look at this, like import, Newcastle.
Pretty far out there.
And then that's like step 1 of like the non 30 rack beer, and then step 2 is the pumpkin beer.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I feel like that's like it's all like 23
Yeah.
and under is when people are like, oh, like really into.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you still get Newcastle all the time, and, and you drink
Well,
both.
no, hey, don't get me wrong. I've been known to have a Newcastle Brown Ale from time to time, but I'm just saying.
Yep.
I feel like that's a natural progression.
You know they make it one called Werewolf Blood or something like that.
Oh.
There's Newcastle Werewolf Blood.
Is that
It's
pumpkin
like-
beer?
No, it's just this weird red ale. It's
Blood.
not good.
That would be good Halloween theme to
Yeah.
have instead
Yeah.
of a bunch
Oh no!
of
Yeah, you
I
should
could
have
have gone
pumpkin
very
beers.
thematic. Instead, I went with the one thing I know you love. So, without further ado, I'm going to start revealing
Okay.
in a little trick or treat segment. So, hey, Jason,
Trick or treat.
Yeah, there you go. Very well planned out.
I was gonna say who's there, but I was wrong gimmick.
So first up,
I think he's giving me the beard, so I didn't know why he was knocking. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
you know that classic thing where kids show up at your house and they give you
With
treats?
yeah, exactly.
So first up, I have Rogue
Ooh.
Pumpkin Patch Ale.
All right.
Wow,
very
look at
pretty
that
bottle.
Mamma Jamma.
That looks very
Let's show this to
pumpkin
the people
themed.
here. Look at that.
Oh yeah, we have video. We can actually
that.
do
Show
this.
that to
Oh,
the
that's
people.
crazy. So it's. Please describe this for the podcast too.
Yeah.
So it's like a painted bottle. Rogue does these very like solid pieces of work each time. They're just wall to wall decorated, and it's just this solid orange. I mean, it just looks like there's no doubt that
It
you're
is.
about to have a pumpkin beer with this one.
This is a big bottle. What is that? A full whatever.
It's got really nice, like, your mom style art. You know, like mom style.
Oh yeah, Mom
Yeah.
definitely
Talking
made this art for sure.
You know, it's like
No, that's true.
It's like on like a pillow in someone's bathroom. You know those?
It's
You know what I'm
like
talking about?
just cross stitch into a pillow.
Yeah.
So this
It's like
also
here's a couple
references,
gourds on the ground with a couple
Yeah.
leaves.
This
Yeah.
is also
Happy
references
fall, everyone.
Rogue Farms. It says this Rogue was brewed using ingredients grown on Rogue Farms in Oregon. From ground to glass. We're proud to say it's a true taste of Rogue. And damn it, there's that word that I think terroir.
Terroir.
Terroir has come up maybe multiple times with Ryan on.
Yeah, I don't know. Terroir.
Yeah,
Terroir.
but why is it locally grown hops and?
Pumpkins.
Oh yeah. I
So
guess
it's got so
okay.
terra is earth, right? So I'm thinking like.
Yeah.
Really?
No, it's
Did
yeah.
you Google it?
No,
I mean,
no.
Well, I mean,
would
it's a
involve-
wine thing, so like it's normally the way
are
that.
you sure it's a wine thing?
Yes, I am positive this is a wine thing.
So looking how it's pouring,
Are you going to give me one of your?
Oh yes,
tasters?
please.
it's definitely got that classic pumpkin beer look. It's got the orange.
It's pretty
tint to
dark.
it. Got dark amber ale.
Terroir. Terroir. You nailed it.
Yeah, from where the grapes are grown. Taste the earth in your face.
Yes, the complete natural environment in which a
so
particular wine is produced, including the soil, topography, and climate. So, I guess that was basically what you.
Mainly,
guys were
it's
saying.
been from other things in the beer, such as like your hops, your malt, your wheat, or whatever. I wasn't thinking of the pumpkins though.
Nope, but I'll tell you.
Oh, what scent
You're
is
only
that
going to
I'm
be able to
getting?
think about pumpkins from this point
Oh,
forward. So let's
God
go ahead and
damn
give
it.
this thing a sniff.
What flavor is that I'm smelling?
No, that's very
Allspice and
distinct.
cinnamon.
Couldn't possibly do that. So let's just dive right into tasting this
Is
bad
that
boy.
pumpkin?
Oh, that's very pumpkin-y. Mm-hmm. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be though.
To me, it's almost like a less boozy Southern, the Pumpkin from Southern Tier. It's that same kind of taste, but not as boozy.
I think it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
what percent
lighter
is this?
than
6.1.
pumpkin.
Did you guys watch season 2 of American Vandal?
I am
I have not.
4 episodes in. I think
Yeah,
so.
so I've been wondering if doing the beer tasting. So one of the characters in it gets really into tea, and he's saying that you have to take a sip and then open your mouth a little bit.
Oh, to aerate
And
it.
then, yeah, so I'm wondering if that'll do anything.
That definitely did it.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm
It
not
looks.
sure
It
what to
sounds
think
really
about this.
annoying to do that.
It looks good. I think
This is good. I like it.
It's very smooth. I think for
Yeah.
pumpkin ales are either like super sweet or super boozy. I think this rides the line pretty well of like being a well balanced pumpkin ale.
yeah.
I'd be interested to compare the spices used in all the beers at the end to.
Oh, don't
That
worry.
would be-
You're gonna have plenty of
No.
time and plenty of samples.
Cloves, orange peel, vanilla, ginger, nutmeg.
Oh, that's a lot.
Is
Whoa,
this
it
a
has
joke?
all
Is
of
this a
them in
joke?
there?
Free range coastal water.
Yeah, it's
That's gotta be a joke.
You gotta
right?
catch it.
That's a good joke.
I don't like to
That's a
have
good
my
joke.
water confined,
Yeah.
caged, and
Yeah. Free water.
ethical treatment of
Yeah.
coastal water is really important to me. And I think we should go right into comparing it to one that is very popular and readily available pretty much everywhere in the country. Dogfish Head's Pumpkin Ale. This might have been one of the first pumpkin beers that
I
I've
haven't
ever
had that forever.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
It's been a
Oh,
minute
doesn't
since I had it.
Cisco calls their pumpkin beer?
Yeah, pumpkin.
too.
So we'll dive right into this one. Right out the gate, I think the packaging is pretty fun. It's more classic Halloween looking. The other one was more like, I guess, like a fall kind of treatment. Definitely
Yeah.
nothing spooky, nothing
It doesn't
scary.
look like Rogue at all.
No, it's
Except for
for
the big
one
wording.
one Rogue bottle. It's not this horrible nightmare thing. They're like, you know what? Scale it back a little bit. We're going to go a little classy.
Dogfish Head at least has their logo like
this is
straight
fun.
right in front.
Look,
like
it's got a
you
little
know
man.
exactly what
It's
it
got a
is.
little man with a pumpkin for a head,
Oh.
and then a little
A
goblin.
little
Think about it,
foreshadowing maybe to what might be ahead.
Oh god, damn it! See, I was gonna say that like my
Oh no, it's a cat.
base
It's a black
is
cat.
always Shipyard Pumpkin Ale. Like that's always what I think about
what
first.
everybody-
Is that the
Like,
pumpkin
how
head?
does
Is
this-
the shipyard one? The pumpkin head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like what I go to in my head before I taste any other
Brown
pumpkin
sugar
beer.
rims. Everything you expect in a pumpkin ale.
Oh,
This
well,
one
forget it.
pours a little bit lighter.
But is it brown sugar?
Those are
It's
all-
like
yeah, I pulled 3 out.
cinnamon
I'm just pouring
sugar
better.
rim.
Yeah, is Pumpkinhead? That's the one that they're like, this is made with real pumpkins.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. And that's why it tastes so great.
This is Halloween. This is.
So this
Halloween.
looks very similar. Oh, a little bit lighter maybe?
Oh yeah, definitely lighter.
Lighter, a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's not as opaque as the other one.
Has a
more
pretty good head.
transparent.
Yeah.
Looks a little like it might have a little bit of a crisper taste based upon the head.
I can't smell
And
anything.
the spices are definitely not as pronounced.
Yeah,
as
it's not as pungent.
Yeah, just comparing
Yeah.
it back
I don't
to
mean-
that
I
first
don't
one.
mean
This is
one
more
pungent with a
pumpkin
negative.
pie deal.
So this is a brown ale.
nothing.
Yeah.
So this is a brown ale brewed with.
Most of these will be between like
pumpkin
a
spices.
brown and an amber ale, usually more on the side of a brown.
That
ale.
one just said ale.
Harken back to your days of Newcastle, and I just
Yeah.
spilled on the
Speaking
table.
of. Speaking of.
So giving that a taste, this one actually tastes significantly different than the Rogue to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't taste much pumpkin in
Yeah.
there at all. No
It's
cinnamon?
much more
No
subtle.
nutmeg?
Probably have to come back to it because we did just have this, and that was pretty intense.
That was a flavor bomb, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, the Rogue one is definitely like someone
Smelling it.
smashed a piece of pumpkin
Yeah.
pie into a glass. But this one's a lot smoother. It definitely feels more like a brown ale.
Yeah, it's definitely a brown ale. How's that
How's
do for you?
aerating it
How's
going
it
over
feel?
there?
Oh, I got
Suck
a little
that
bit more
beer.
flavor that time, but that just could also be because of
Inhaled it.
drinking this specifically
Yeah.
for a few sips.
This
This is definitely like a little milder.
Yeah,
in terms of
I mean,
the
Yeah,
fall thing.
flavor
I definitely
is
get
lighter
definitely
in
more
almost
subtle.
every factor.
like I get the
think.
brown ale flavors, but then and then you get like a little bit of something else.
I feel it
which is one assumes is
it dies away really quickly. Like you're just like, oh, this is thin.
You know what?
Not that that's bad, but I'm just saying it's
You know what
not
doesn't
my
die
normal
away, Jason? Classics. Classics come back all the time. There's what you come back to thinking about. They never die off quite. And what's a classic pumpkin beer to you?
Is it Shipyard? I'm hoping that it's pumpkin.
It is a shipyard.
Oh
Barrel
no!
aged. Is it
Barrel
barrel
aged
aged
Shipyard.
No, not quite. So close. I don't want to make you think that
Imperial?
based on all the barrel age I've been talking about. This is actually
This is Shipyard that he's had in his
the
basement
Smash
for like
Pumpkin
3.
Shipyard. So
Oh,
last year we did
perfect,
basic
okay.
Shipyard Pumpkin.
What's
This
Smash
time we're doing
Pumpkin?
Smash Pumpkin. I've heard that it is the next level up one.
made in 1979.
So I did like that it was like a large can, like
Instead
a
of
big
that
boy
bottle
can
one.
instead of a bottle. And
it's very
it's
Halloween.
so
Like,
Halloween.
it's the jack-o'-lantern. It's
there's no pumpkin head
they are
guy.
in this
That's
for like
just
one
a straight
season.
up
They're like,
jack o'
we're
lantern.
not making that garbage any longer than we have to make. So we'll see if it's any good. Get this nice sound.
You know,
Some
I
would
would
say this beer is disarming,
disarming. You think?
like a bullet with butterfly wings. No, still no. Try
No.
to make some Smashing
No,
Pumpkins jokes.
no, don't do
The
it.
1979 one really just was ignored.
I did not catch that at all. I'm sorry.
Tonight.
So why are we going dark to light today? That's what it seems like we're doing.
I don't think Alex
We're gonna
knows
be
what
making-
these all look like.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually a
true.
good point. I don't
Yeah.
really know what a lot of
That's
these
not.
look
That's
like.
not. That's not of trying to fault you. I'm just saying that's my guess.
Oh no, I'm gonna remember that.
It does.
I'll clap you back. Oh no, actually, that's a good point. I genuinely didn't know. I hadn't had
looks
the
much
Dogfish
better.
Head Pumpkin Ale in a while.
I just
Oh,
lined
got
mine
it.
up without drinking it.
But yeah, they're definitely getting lighter as we go along. I think I was expecting this Smash Pumpkin to be darker, like something more imperial to it. But I think it's just going to be very similar to.
Is there more pumpkin in there? Like,
So
what
it says-
makes this smashed pumpkin?
That's a good question. There is a description on the back. It says
Perfect.
Smash Pumpkin. Smash Pumpkin season was Shipyard Smash Pumpkin. Smash Pumpkin season was Shipyard Smash Pumpkin. This big body beer pours a light copper orange with pleasing aromas of pumpkin, cinnamon, and burnt sugar.
Smash pumpkin.
Balanced by a mild lingering
funky
sweetness
monkey.
and a slightly warm, bitter finish, Smash Pumpkin is the perfect beer for when the temperature starts to drop. To fully enjoy the flavors, the ale is best strong at 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh God.
9% alcohol.
This is probably like 45 degrees.
20 IBUs and 9% alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
This is that
This is
classic
slammable.
shipyard ale that you really expect.
So, I don't smell any pumpkins. I just smell sugar and cinnamon.
Oh God.
Like, you can smell the rim.
The initial reaction is
Sorry.
so good.
Yeah?
Sorry. No, that's not for me. That is not for me.
Oh, yeah. Someone took that sugar rim and just dumped it. You
Oh
don't.
God, it's so sugary.
Woo!
Ugh, not for me.
Oh, yeah. And
Sorry,
it stays
Shipyard.
with you.
Well, it's
That's-
lingering.
Ooh,
They
that's
take
cinnamon.
a balance with a mild.
Oh, that's cinnamon. Yeah. I think someone might have put a little bit of fireball in there.
Yeah, this feels more like a fuck you than a.
I don't know what to say about that.
I've had several people recommend this. Yeah, I'm on the fence about it too. Might be the best beer I've ever had. I don't know.
So this doesn't have the
I'm definitely liking the Rogue
ingredients.
the best so far.
The Rogue is definitely the most consistent. What I think of is like a pumpkin beer. Now, pumpkin ale is
We should probably do it.
Enjoyable as you could get, I think.
yeah. Smash Pumpkin is pretty intense. That flavor is out there.
And it's
Sure.
not pumpkin intense. Like that, I want to throw that out there. This is
Cinnamon
like
intense.
cinnamon sugar intense.
Yeah,
I don't think
they're
there's
already
anything
making a
else to
transition
it.
to the shipyard gingerbread.
This is what are you thinking? This is a lager that has just
Why
had
do you keep
cinnamon
looking at the
sugar
door?
just
You think
jumped in.
I
You
feel like if I
looking for a way out?
I feel like if I drank this whole can, I would immediately vomit.
You might.
Ooh, beer mile with smashed
You heard it
pumpkin.
here first. Ryan will be doing a
It
beer
just-
mile with the
It's
shipyard.
not that
Smash Pumpkin.
sugar. It just, God, I can
Sticks
feel
with
it.
you. Would
yeah.
you say it has a mild lingering quality?
Oh.
It has more than
That's what the can
mild,
says.
lingering sweetness. No, it's not lingering.
I would rather have a regular shipyard pumpkin head with the cinnamon sugar rim.
I definitely think the regular shipyard's better too, and I mean they're distinctly different beers. I think I was expecting them to be very similar.
What are you drinking to wash that down with, or is that the same one?
That was the same one. I just
You just have to embrace the chaos.
I gotta give it a couple of sips. You know,
Yeah.
I can't just have.
You winced and then you went right back to
I
it.
had
That's
one-
why we have you on this
Yeah,
show.
I had one and immediately did not care for it.
It's not pumpkin though. Like I don't
God, the
get pumpkin
smell.
out of it.
You really
You can smell it.
Oh, it's God. Ugh.
I think I went back to the Rogue and now I can taste the more pumpkin, but I'm not sure if I like that I taste more pumpkin now because there's so much cinnamon in my face.
Yeah.
So you've made it
Oh,
through
boy.
these, which I think have been a little bit of a try, especially that last one. So now it's time to do ones that are actually fairly interesting. And I've been actually holding on to this one since our very first podcast. This
Huzzah.
is the Rum Barrel Aged Pumpkin
Sentimental.
from last year.
Yeah, all
And we're
right.
going to test it against this year's Rum Barrel Aged Pumpkin. Pumpkin, of course, being my
Fantastic.
absolute favorite pumpkin beer, hands down. I think it's consistently, like, if you ask anyone that's actually into pumpkin beers, they if you know pumpkin beer, then this is the
Let me
one to
grab
get.
Just a
You know,
bunch.
out of all those,
A bunch of recently graduated fraternity members.
Yeah, exactly.
they want to step up their pumpkin game.
Look, I like beer. I like pumpkin beer. I still like pumpkin beer.
I consider myself a pumpkin connoisseur, and it looks like they stepped up their labeling a lot. I'll say that about Southern Tier.
Yeah, it looks way classier.
We see them back to each other. So this is the older one, right? Last year's.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like last year's.
you kind of like last year's,
No, I like the new one.
Because
dude. The pumpkin guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
with the
mascot
parrot
thing.
on his shoulder. That's pretty
that's
nice.
good.
I think that's pretty
that
tasty.
is nice.
This is, I think, better font use.
It looks like
For
it
sure.
should be a fancy. Like that looks like what you would expect a packaging to be for a barrel aged.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's compare
And
the
it
notes on the
stands
side,
out.
'cause they list on the side.
Ooh, okay, here. You
Sure.
can have this one. I'll read this one if you want.
So it says this one is aged in rum barrels for notes of vanilla. Color is deep copper. What do you got for color?
Ooh, that does not say this. I
On
got...
the other side.
We're a craft brewery. We're a craft distillery. It says bottled in August 2018. But it doesn't... So the other side is kind of like...
Bottled in August.
Wait, did I not read it right?
Just double check it. Check your work.
That says bottled in August of 2018, right?
Yeah. So here, let me just read the description of the new one. It says, kept like secret treasure in the depths of the Southern Tier barrel house, rum barrel aged Pumking has sat patiently, preparing for its discovery. Many months must pass before the Jolly Roger is raised, his precious cargo unloaded. Gold in liquid form. So when you tell me what's on this side, I'm like, well, I have a fucking scroll here. Enjoy rum barreled aged Pumking now, or keep it hidden, standing upright in a dark, cool place until the time comes to declare anchors away.
Oh, you want to go there? Okay, imagine our inimitable Imperial Pumpkin Ale as the captain on the high seas, flying the Jolly Roger. The king sails for ports unknown in this limited release. Rum Barrel Aged Pumpkin has been kept like secret treasure in Hollows and Brewery, patiently awaiting discovery. Yo ho ho!
Oh, man.
I'm just telling you, man.
So wait,
I got acres
how is
away,
this?
Too.
This is definitely Pumking is like, king is in like Pirate King.
Right.
Yeah.
That's hence the parrot.
Well, yeah, I mean...
And the cutlass.
So that makes more sense than this, where it doesn't necessarily show you that, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
So let's taste them.
As a fan of birds, I have to say I do like this graphic.
As a fan of birds...
I love birds.
You're an owner of a bird, aren't you?
Listen, he's more a
Does it
roommate.
bring him
He's
into
more
this?
a roommate than I own him.
He owns you.
He just squawks and bites me.
Ouch.
So we just opened
So we're gonna have to do.
Sorry,
this.
my computer like totally turned off.
Are we gonna
and then
need?
we're back
Are
on.
we gonna need?
We're live.
Are we
don't
gonna need
worry,
another
I
set
will,
of cups here?
I guess we
got
do.
two, right?
We only have.
We got
enough
one
for
left.
We only have one each.
That's
left.
all right. So which one do we need to chug? Which one do we need to get rid of?
I'm
I think
just gonna
there's
get.
an obvious choice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of the bad one. No offense. I normally I really like Shipyard beer, so
So let me
please, if either of your parents work at Shipyard, I hope that they're not offended.
Look, we've been for a year asking for sponsorship from Shipyard for whatever
That's
reason.
true. We haven't
They have
asked
not
him.
given us any sort of
Never
endorsement.
responded yet.
I've given
I'm so
glowing
sorry.
reviews of all their products, as you may remember a long time.
Well, you're gonna rate them later on tonight,
Yeah,
so
you'll get to
we'll
see
see what
that.
happens.
I little story about these. Total Wine, love them.
Never it.
Was so frustrated because I was there at like 9:40 last night. They really wanted everybody out of the store. They scan this. It doesn't scan properly.
Inevitably.
And they're like, she's like, fuck it. And she's like, I don't care. And she just puts it in the bag and like sends me out. So enjoy your $2 Smash Pumpkin.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah, it's even better when you drink it a lot
Whoa.
all at once.
Woo!
Despite all my rage, I am still riding a cage.
Okay, so let's go back in time a
Yeah,
little
it feels
bit.
good. Feels good.
Something
not
a little
for me.
special.
Not for me.
So Pumpkin,
We're gonna have to do this again real quick. Just chug another
No,
one.
we each have a clean one.
Yeah, no. After these, oh wait, are these the last two?
Yeah, these
because
are
we
the-
had a
these are the
surprise.
final
That's what he
two.
told us.
I never
Is
said
this
the
the
surprise
surprise?
was beer. Never said the surprise was beer.
Ah, okay.
My money's on Xbox.
He is all in on
That's
Xbox.
true.
The
All right.
the garbage system of the video game
Wow,
world.
wow, strong words.
Also looking for Microsoft sponsorship
Calm
for this
down.
podcast.
Are either of you Assassin's Creed players?
Love Assassin's Creed.
Have you got the new one yet?
No, I have not.
Odyssey, Ancient Greece.
Let me tell you
Sounds
about another
fantastic.
Odyssey, Mario's Odyssey. It's really good. It's so fun.
So
Alex over here says like Tamagotchi.
I found
There's nothing wrong with Tamagotchis. They're pretty cool. They poop. You pick it up. You fight them.
We found an old N64, Angela and I have, but it's missing one of the plug pieces because there's like 2 pieces that you need to actually plug it in, and we're missing one of them. So I need to figure out how to buy that one. Then you guys come over, we'll play all the N64 you want.
That's good.
All right,
like Mario Kart.
I'm totally up for that.
Yeah,
Can we
Mario
do it
Kart.
without drinking pumpkin beer?
Absolutely not.
No.
July.
I'll bring
it's
over some
95
smashed
degrees.
pumpkin. Oh yeah,
Oh,
a
God.
very hot day.
Yeah, just so sugary.
Sweating. Smashed pumpkin. It's not even pumpkin.
so sticky.
So,
All right, sorry.
first
Let's
up-
get back to this.
Ooh, and we got a little bit of particulate in there. Probably from just sitting there for a while.
Oh wow,
honestly.
yeah, it does. It's like not really moving either. It just sits there all static.
It's a little cloudy.
Can you see that at home?
Oh
Is that
boy.
visible, you think?
Yeah, that is not good,
You don't know
right?
that.
Maybe.
It might be tasty. Nothing like a little bread in your beer.
Have you been storing it upright?
I have not. It may.
Damn it.
It may. It may have been sideways, upright. It may have been in the fridge for a year. Who knows? Things happen in there. I don't know what happens in
Oh
there.
boy.
So enjoy it.
All right. Hopefully we don't get sick.
All right, so it's tangy. It's pumpkin-y. It tastes completely different from everything else we've had so far.
Woo! What kind of barrels
is
is that
a
aged in?
flavor
Rum
bomb.
Rum. Oh yeah,
Rum.
I'm getting that rum.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, not necessarily in a bad way.
This
I
has
mean,
got to be up in the teens for percent alcohol, right?
Yeah.
It's
ABV?
When first bottled, it's 9.5%.
Yeah, so it's higher now.
Yeah, it's definitely worked itself out between this last year being. This is the Imperial Pumpkin Ale too. They do a Pumpkin Imperial and just a regular Pumpkin, so there are multiple versions.
Does it have a flavor profile on there? Because I'm feeling like dark fruity taste.
Pumpkin pie spices, it says.
It has food pairing options. It says low country broil, grilled with caught seafood, roasted game. So they definitely want you to get that
Sounds
smoky
good.
kind
Okay.
of.
I
Has
love
he eaten dinner yet?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's
Some
an interesting
roasted
one.
game.
You get like
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna get
raisiny
some-
kind of taste.
Yeah,
like this,
well,
too.
that's what I'm thinking. Like dark plum, something like that. Like
There's definitely
or-
fruits in there. Like
Plum is a fruit, not a vegetable. Not a vegetable, not an animal. Damn it. Ruined my own snarky joke.
that
right
game, that roasted game plum.
Oh yeah, let's before I drink too much of this, I wanna
Oh yeah, where's my other one? There we go. Hit me up.
Trying to remember which ones, but it's the classic game.
Really? That's what you're gonna do? Just pour it out on the table? We don't have any dead homies for that right now. Also, this is a room in the house. Please,
I was only
please
on the
refrain.
only on the table.
All
That's what you
right.
get for not drinking all of your smashed pumpkin. It's
Smash pumpkin. What do I smell? I smell it immediately. Am I smelling this or am I smelling
Whoa!
beer?
It smells like
Am I
alcohol.
smelling this?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa!
Oh yeah, that's way
That
boozy.
just
That
smells
is
like
some
booze.
boozy.
That just smells like booze.
That's got to be more, right?
So let's see.
That is some aromatic, rummy booze right there.
13.4.
Yeah, so significantly
Yeah, there we
higher,
go.
13.4%.
I'm hoping this
Wow.
is kind of like rum
Maybe
raisin pumpkin.
I feel like this one needs to be aged a year just to mellow out a little bit.
You can find so many variations of the different pumpkins. Like they do cold brew pumpkin. They do all sorts of stuff now. So there are so many different types. But the rum barrel aged ones are really special. I think they have a different flavor to them that's just a little bit more refined.
for sure. Compared to the first 3 that we've had, I'm actually a little excited about tasting this one.
Yes, this
So I don't
smells
know what
crazy.
it's like.
Yes.
Okay,
It's-
so
I-
so there's no particulate. In
Give
that.
me a year. I can probably get something to show up.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Like,
It's lighter than our first one. What was that? The Rogue. So
that's pretty.
it's kind of in the middle.
pretty similar in color. It looks like that hasn't really changed.
Closer to the Rogue. I think it's
Oh, you mean between
to
the
last
two, the
year's.
pumpkins?
Yeah, to last year, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, I'd say so.
the color hasn't changed a lot. So
That nose profile, though.
it's
Wow.
so distinctly different.
definitely getting beer. And
Well, you
Beer and,
when you get the fruitier smells off of the
Yeah.
2017, you definitely get a more boozy.
Yeah.
profile.
Yeah, I smell like berries, kind of.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
berries instead of things like the
It's
raisins.
not bad. It's not bad. Huh.
I don't know if that's, I mean, I don't really like it, but it's not terrible.
How
or
is that
that
13%?
It's confusing. This is a confusing beer.
It's an enigma.
Yeah. I don't like I want to not like it, but it's also intriguing.
I really like this one.
What is that taste?
It almost
Like,
tastes like,
after
a
the
cocktail.
first-
It tastes like a cocktail.
Yeah, it
It's got
does.
like a little bitterness, like there's bitters in it.
Yeah.
It tastes like a Manhattan a little bit. I think
Yeah, a
that's
little bit.
what I'm
Yeah.
getting.
Whew.
Gosh.
Oh man, that gets
It's
you.
like pumpkin
That's one of those,
and, like-
you feel it come.
Yeah.
Feeling that mile? Feeling
Yeah.
that beer mile right now?
Yeah.
I think maybe
It's like a super
rum barrel
spicy
aged
barley wine.
18 pumpkin beer mile.
Do you guys just want to go have a race outside?
Oh, that's right. There's cocaine in this. That's what it is.
I also want to take off all my clothes while I'm running. Is that
Yeah,
all
is
right?
it hot in here?
It's really hot.
Yeah, this is wow. That's
All right, so this
that's
is
spicy.
a flavor bomb again,
Spicy
but
meatball.
man, there's something like a second or two after you taste it, there's something else going on that that hits
immediately
you, and
you
it's
taste the
very
booziness,
cool.
but it goes away and it becomes smooth and sweet. That takes over.
It feels like these beers were definitely unlike the Bourbon County. I feel like these beers were made very very differently.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
consistency was not
Yeah.
the goal here, and you can
Okay,
tell that because
right.
like there's so much difference between the two. Because if you
Right.
have like I don't know if it's just the type of barrels that they source for each of the years that might make the difference, but
Yeah, maybe.
these don't taste like the same beer at all.
Right.
Yep.
Because I know when I was thinking like vertical tasting, that's you think about usually having like a beer that's made the same way,
Yeah,
different years to see how aging it has changed.
I think that
but
the-
these were obviously made from the get go very differently.
the 2018 I can still taste more pumpkin in it than I can the 2017. I think the flavor has changed so much in that 2017, but I can still taste the booziness that I expect out of a pumpkin in that 2018, but not anymore in that 2017.
Not that we need another pumpkin beer, but I would have liked to have tasted regular pumpkin against this. Because Pumpking is like my favorite pumpkin beer. Like
hands
it's great. I think it's like the perfect balance.
I've got a
of
friend
all
on the
those
West Coast that
crazy
says
spices.
they wait in line for it and they sell out. I don't know if they wait in line. I made that part up. They sell out immediately. They sell
Really,
out.
on the West
apparently
Coast?
he can't get his
Let me
hands
tell you
on
a
it.
story. Start out with a quick lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick little line to open up my story. Build interest. Tweak interest.
This is really good though, and
I don't have
want
any
to know
friends.
what it's like.
Don't think it was a
compared to
lie.
I read about
Oh man.
I read about it in an article on
in
TV. It's on Netflix.
That smells crazy. Like, it smells really good.
It's and that's the thing. Is
that is so strong.
It is.
Like
It's really.
literally, it feels like I'm taking a sip of a cocktail.
Should we chug it right now?
Definitely.
Let's
not.
see if this
Please,
is-
God no.
Slammable.
it's a cocktail in a glass for sure. It's,
Yeah.
Southern Tier does so many
Man, it gives
interesting
me
things.
the.
To play around
Ryan's
with,
getting
like,
all
something
loosey-goosey
sustained-
over here.
Yeah.
I tried very hard, by the way, to find Warlock. If you find it out there, definitely get it because I wanted to bring that today.
I do
Something
love
different.
Warlock.
I adore Warlock. It's one of my favorite beers that they make.
I'm not sure if it would have fit in here with all these other
I don't know.
pumpkin
yeah.
beers,
But
but
I wanted to get some variety here in the exact same. You look across the board here. But even within the pumpkin world, I think we've tried some really distinctly different flavors tonight.
Yeah.
They're not as similar as I thought they would be from the get go. Definitely different approaches to the same kind of beer for the season. There are so many pumpkin beers out there, so many. So
yeah. Thank you for bringing the pumpkin ones. though.
yeah, that's right.
Like, thank God that we ended with those.
So this has been week 1 of the pumpkin. We're gonna return next week for week 2 of pumpkin.
I was gonna say I successfully made it through October without a shipyard beer.
No, not on my watch.
Nope, didn't happen.
No, did not.
Didn't work. You got me good.
Next up, Christmas beer.
Christmas beer?
Oh, absolutely.
Should we rate these pumpkin beers?
I think we should.
Yeah. You
My
think we
favorite
should?
part is there's the tasting, right? It's wonderful.
We gotta rank them. That's always
tear down. The hurting the feelings. That's the key moment. I wait the entire episode to hurt feelings.
Whose feelings are you trying to hurt?
Shipyards primarily. Again, looking for that endorsement.
Yeah.
That's
any sponsorship you want to do, please.
Please, thank you.
All right, so let's take a quick commercial break. By commercial, I mean Shipyard sponsorship.
This is where you can put
right
your space.
Here.
Shipyard. All your ads
30-second spot, and we'll vote.
Love you.
And we'll come back, and we're gonna do bottom to top pumpkin beers. This is gonna be nuts. All right, let's do it. Are we back? We're back.
Oh, we're back, baby.
Oh, we're back. We got some pizza real quick, and we decided to rate these pumpkin beers. Oh my god, this
Somerville's finest.
Oh, peonies.
Oh, no.
Roasted pepperoni.
City Slicker. The
City Slicker?
Pizza.
I had a friend tell me Leone's was the best. I'm not sure about that. I
Boston
love it
actually
though.
won like best pizza over New York recently. Like,
Oh yeah, where they were saying like Regina's.
Fuck that, by the way. Wrong.
We've gone off the rails so many times in this podcast. It's been ridiculous. I'm so glad that we didn't record all of it.
Someone needs to take this seriously. So, fellas, we're here to rate some pumpkin beers.
Thanks,
This is
Ryan.
why we have Ryan.
Thanks.
Ryan keeps us on track. So I have him here so often. Fan favorite.
If everybody that knows me says a couple things about me, I'm super serious, also super tough. Everybody says that. Really strong and tough.
Always down to business.
Yeah.
Can we get down to business? We have 5 beers here. All of them.
Did you just
have
move
a
on us right into going into a good strong let's get down to business?
Yes! That's who I am now.
Let's do it. I think that we have had ample time to review these pumpkin
So
beers.
much time. We've rated
The
them.
big mystery that's been talked about so much is what's the treat? What is the treat?
Oh, I've totally forgot about the treat.
Yeah, we definitely have not forgotten about it at all.
Oh no, I don't know. Are we going to do that right now, or do we need to go through the ratings?
Well, we gotta get through all of it. So let's do bottom up this time. Last time we did top to bottom because I thought we might be in alignment. I'm pretty sure we're in alignment from the bottom.
Bottom top?
So
Are we going to bottom top?
we're going bottom top.
Okay, bottom top. Let's do it.
Ryan, as the guest, would you like to start us off with what is your least favorite beer?
So my least favorite, easy decision here, long-time scourge of the Somerville and Brewcast from Shipyard Brewery is the Smashed Pumpkin.
Since day one, Shipyard has had to endure some just horrible reviews from this podcast. I actually like Shipyard beers, I really do, but I feel like the one that I have most often is the
That's a good
Shipyard.
cover. Good cover.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I'm trying to make nice, get that sweet sponsorship money. But good lord, this is not a good beer.
Really didn't like it.
Yeah, it's my bottom too. I have a feeling with Jason's nodding. You can't see.
Oh,
me.
it's
We're
my
no longer
bottom as
live.
So much cinnamon in there. It's just too much spice.
It's not
It's
pumpkin.
more spice than beer.
Yeah, it's definitely more cinnamon than anything else. I think the pumpkin is buried in there at best. It's not got that sweet, because with Pumpkinhead, you at least get a very pronounced like sweetness and pumpkin flavor. Smash Pumpkin, it's just all cinnamon to me, and it's not a pleasant taste to me.
One thing that I think is funny is that on the packaging it says ale with natural flavors.
Oh, there's nothing.
If that's something that you need to like put like up in front in the packaging, like I'm gonna guarantee it's not the greatest of the beers.
No poison.
Yeah,
It makes you-
absolutely no poison. I was like, oh, did we not know that there is like the FDA?
Well, now I
version?
have questions.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I think we're all in agreement there. I'm gonna go next with my second to lowest, and I'm actually gonna go with the pumpkin ale with Dogfish Head. So Dogfish Head, I'm a huge fan of, right? But the pumpkin ale, which is a brown ale, and it's kind of just like something that throws a left curve at you. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah,
like
I'm right
if something
there
says
with you.
pumpkin ale, I want it to be a pumpkin ale. I don't want it to say in like smaller writing like a brown ale brewed with pumpkin and blah 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 blah. I want it to be like an actual pumpkin ale.
And I feel like this is something you bring to a Halloween party because it has the packaging of something that looks like it'd be pleasant to bring. It looks like it stands out. But I agree, like, you don't have that pronounced
It's like
pumpkin
wearing a
flavor.
disguise. Is that what you're saying?
It's got a costume of a Halloween of a pumpkin beer on. It's not really pumpkin flavored. I agree with you there. I think revisiting it after Smash Pumpkin made it seem more pumpkin-y because it actually does have some pumpkin flavor, but it's not a lot of it. It's a very middle of the road. Again, it's a very pleasant one. I love.
I think it's the least pumpkin-y of all the beers.
Really, I got less pumpkin out of Smash Pumpkin than I did out of Pumpkin Ale.
Oh.
What about you, Ryan?
So is
What
that
do you
your
got?
fourth favorite too?
That's my fourth.
Oh, my fourth favorite actually may be controversial, but is going to be the 2018 Barrel House Series Rum Barrel Aged Pumking, just because it is literally impossible to drink. It is so, the alcohol flavor is so overpowering.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I can take little tiny sips of it, and that's it. Like,
so that's not a slammable beer for you?
No, like, you can see my tasting glass, I haven't even finished half of it because it's just so intense.
So far for slammable, what do you have? And Smash Pumpkin, is it slammable to you? I know we slammed it.
No, the Smash
You
Pumpkin...
had a look on your face, Ryan.
No.
It was just...
No, I might as well have been slamming, like, straight tequila or something. Like, no, it was very uncomfortable to drink the whole tasting glass of the Smash Pumpkin. And the rum barrel-aged pumpkin, at least the 2018, I just feel like is too... again, like, it's not smooth at all. It's, like, it's bitter and it's, like, very intense. And the alcohol flavor is overwhelming. So that's why I have it fourth. Maybe it's one of those things, if you aged it, it would mellow out a little bit. In the same way that we'll get to it, but in the same way that the 2017 edition of the Pumpkins is a lot smoother, I think, than the 2018. So that's, for that reason, I have it ranked fourth, just because I really do not enjoy drinking.
So, Jason, you have Pumpkin Ale as slammable, I'm guessing. I have it as slammable. So
I have none of these as slammable.
You have none of these as slammable.
I can't slam a goddamn one of these things.
They're
all horrible pumpkin beers.
Admit that a pumpkin beer was slammable.
No, I can't slam any of them.
Out.
No, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I will say, so let's see, we had fifth, fourth, now we're at third place?
Third place.
Yep, so we got third.
And I'll just quick jump in, because third, you said everything that needs to be said already. I had the pumpkin ale, the Dogfish Head, as my third choice.
I think that's fair.
You guys both had it as your fourth.
Got it.
I had it as my third, just because, again, I rated it slightly above the 2018 barrel-aged.
I had the Pumpkin 2017 as my third place, because I was not sure how well it kept. It also seemed like a strange ale. But the thing is that I still love that pumpkin pirate guy on the
so
side.
Strong. The packaging on this is just so
like
so strong.
It is. The packaging is great on it, and I'm not sure that what I'm saying right now is probably, like, numbers wise consistent with what I did.
Oh, we'll check it.
Yeah, I know. Because I do think that, like, taste wise it was not the best, but since I love Southern Tier so much and the Pumpkin brand, it's probably higher as far as numbers are concerned.
Yeah, I think that for number three, it's interesting because I was really worried when we started out we were going to be in uniform. I have Rogue at number three. It's not because it's bad. I actually really like, as far as pumpkin beers go, the Rogue Pumpkin Patch Ale is phenomenal. It is pumpkin pie. It's a treat. It's very sweet. It's exactly what you would want. The packaging is fantastic. Interesting stuff for sure, because I think that we're going to get really divergent as we get to the top of this list. But for Rogue itself, I love the taste. I think it's sweet. It's mellow. It definitely is not as boozy as the others. It doesn't feel like you're tasting a cocktail like you would with that latest rum barrel aged pumpkin for sure. But I love the spice, and it is a spice bomb though. So I would say of all the ones we had tonight, it tastes the most like you're having a pumpkin spice fiesta in your mouth. It's just very strong, and I put it at number three. The packaging almost edged it to number 4 for me to number 2, because it's just so strong. I think Rogue does packaging phenomenally, and it's interesting that most of their packaging is so aggressive and demony, and then for the one season where it would make the most sense to do that, they decided to instead do this mom and pop pumpkin patch label, and I adore it. I think it's wonderful.
Actually, that's why I put it at number 2. Was because I think this is the most pumpkin-y beer of the pumpkin beers.
What did you have at number 3 then?
Number 3 was the Pumpkin 2017.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So number 2 was Rogue. I think that is in my head what I think about when I'm drinking a pumpkin ale. And it's not too overbearing on certain things. The packaging is right. I think it looks great. It's an autumnal type of, I guess, packaging that it would make me want to pull it off. And it I don't know. I think it's a good middle of the road, if not I guess beer to aim for if you're wanting a pumpkin beer. Mm-hmm. How about number 2 for you, Ryan?
Same. The Rogue Pumpkin Patch. Of all of these beers, I only didn't rank it first because I thought the first one was a little more interesting. But if somebody after tonight, if somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh, what pumpkin beer should I get to try?" I would recommend the Rogue Pumpkin Patch, just because I thought it was of all of these the best kind of example of what a good just normal ass pumpkin beer could be like. It wasn't too intense. It was easy to drink, but it also had a lot of flavor. And big fan of the solid orange bottle.
It stands out. Even on a shelf, it really stands out.
Yeah, I think it would.
And it's so seen because last weekend was actually the first time I had seen it, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks really interesting."
It's kind of a burnt orange, which is kind of separates it from the shipyard, and even the oranges and the other ones are more
shipyard's like, hey,
or they're even the orange and the pumpkin and the Southern Tier is a more not quite neon, but your classic bright orange, and this is more of a burnt
the
orange.
Rogue bottle is a big bottle, and it's all burnt orange,
Texas orange, if you will.
Hook 'em.
Yeah.
So wait, what's your number 1 then?
Well, Alex didn't do his number 2.
Oh, what's your number 2?
You might be able to tell just as a listener. These have been very boozy selections because there are a couple of things. Jason's not been able to keep track of what number we're on. Despite Ryan having told us his numbers 2 through 5, I don't know what your number 1 is. And through process of elimination, I was able to do that. I have at number 2 the 2018 rum barrel aged pumpkin. I actually really like it a lot. I think the cocktail comparisons are spot on. I think it's really good for that. I would love, and I might actually get another bottle to do this. Give it the same treatment that I did the 2017 just to see how it ages over time. Might give it the same treatment of storing it on its side, upright, tilted ever so slightly,
outside,
pushed to the back,
car.
Maybe move it to the cabinet for a month without knowing it. So I might treat it a little bit more carefully, but at the same time, I think it has a really complex flavor that I like a lot. Different things going on than the 2017, which means for my number 1, I have 2017 Rum Barrel Aged Pumpkin. I like it a lot. The particulate that resulted in my very careless storage of it, most likely, was a little offsetting. But I think the flavor is fantastic. The smell is unique, but that raisiny kind of plum and raisin taste that you get off of that is just so fantastically balanced with the pumpkin flavors that are just packed into there. The pumpkin has definitely toned itself down over time, so it's not as pronounced, but man, that's a fantastic and divine pumpkin beer.
Interesting.
Go ahead, follow that up. I like beer.
All right, so the reason that I put the Rum Barrel Aged Pumpkin 2018 at the top,
number 1
of the number 1 at the at the pumpkin list is because, quite simply, when I'm drinking pumpkin beer, the only time I'm ever going to be drinking it is when I'm feeling
you want to be disgusted.
I'm completely just out of my own body. I'm like, yeah, let's have pumpkin beer, whatever. Let's have the craziest pumpkin beer. It's not something that I'm going to drink a whole lot of. It's something that I'm going to taste a little bit. I'm going to say, oh, that's crazy. Let's go all the way out there and let's have something nuts. That's what I think the 2018 Rum Barrel run barrel aged pumpkin ale is like from Southern Tier. It's something that I'm just gonna sip a little bit. I'm gonna cerebrally think about.
Sure.
And I'm not gonna slam it. Like I'm not gonna grab a pumpkin beer and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna like go, eight deep at the beer at the bar with this. Yeah, I know. And so that's why I like this one. It's something that makes you think. It's something that's like boozy.
Number 1.
Fuck you guys.
Shout out to
that's why I think I like that's why I like that at the top. I'm not gonna ever drink like a ton of pumpkin beers at once. I just want one, and I want it to be crazy. So that's why I like it.
So finally, for the one that I've lost track of.
The one that you lost track of is the same one that you had at number 1. So no curveballs this time, folks. I also had the 2017 rum barrel aged pumpkin. Just because, like Alex said, it's got interesting flavors, which the 2018 version also had, but I found the 2018 version kind of unbearable. It's a lot mellower. I don't know if that's because Alex stored it incorrectly or what, but it was it's relatively smooth. It's got a lot of interesting flavors to it. So it might be the pumpkin pie spice, because this one says...
I thought you were going to say pumpkin pirate on the side.
Well,
because that should really put you over the top there.
I gave it the best labeling of all of them, because while the Rogue bottle was the most distinctive, I just really enjoyed the pumpkin man with the parrot and his cutlass.
So for the second year in a row, I think that he has won the mascot competition.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For sure. And it's just the reigning champion.
On top of all these other guys here, which is just like a pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern, and a dude on Dogfish Head. No, this guy definitely has it going on.
But yeah, so for those reasons, I had the 2017 rum barrel aged pumpkin ranked number 1, same as Alex.
Oh wow!
Enjoyed it despite the weird particular.
2 out of 3 correct opinions for number 1.
Oh yeah. Let's check how we did. So we obviously rated them.
Right.
Yeah.
We have all of our different different categories. So we have packaging, smell, taste, creativity, and the last one is intangibles. So it's still labeled as an extra mile in our spreadsheet, but it's definitely intangibles.
Je ne sais quoi of the beer.
A certain, I don't know.
Yeah, indescribable quality.
Yeah. Definitely not extra mile, though, because apparently that was not clear enough.
So let's, the bottom, smashed pumpkin.
Oh, yeah. Checks out.
But check that packaging score, though.
Can you zoom out?
I can zoom out. Let's do technology here for 1 second. There we go. So,
oh boy,
this is really low. 3.35 out of 10.
The smell was terrible. I gave it a 1 for smell.
It was horrible. Low. Yeah. So we're clocking it across the board. Packaging was relatively good at 6.35. Smell at 3.0. And boy, it just does not get better from there.
It doesn't.
Taste is 2.3.
Kind of creative, and that's about it.
And then intangibles at a 4. Sure. And then do not slam. Despite the fact that we all slammed it. I think because of that experience, we know you should not be slamming.
So at a solid 4, fourth place is Pumpkin Ale Dogfish. Going from a 3.35 with Smash Pumpkin to a 4.44.
5.44.
5.44, sorry.
Horrible reading skills.
Sorry. I can't.
Again, these are high alcohol content beers.
These beers are 60% alcohol.
With that, I'm going to finish some more. This seems to be much better. Much more of a normal beer than Smash Pumpkin, which we all hated.
Packaging is higher than Smash Pumpkin.
So, like, the thing with the pumpkin is, like, it's fine, you know? Like, but... what's the point of making like a fine pumpkin beer?
I kind of agree with that.
Like at least a shipyard smash pumpkin, like it's horrible. So like at least you know,
at least you've terrified the masses.
At least you know you're spicing things up.
That's true.
That's actually true because Pumpkin Ale, I don't feel like they've done anything special. The label I think is the most identifiable seasonal thing in that beer. I do like the label. Or anything.
I gave it a high score. I think I gave it like an 8. 7 or an 8.
Let's figure it out. Robe Pumpkin Batch Ale.
Third.
6.15. Third place.
I mean, I gave
All of these are do not slims, by the way.
I mean,
I just want to throw that out there right now.
I feel like there was maybe a sabotage in somebody.
There was not a sabotage. I will
gave,
not fucking slam any of this shit.
These scores are probably, well, I don't know how high you scored the barrel-aged ones, but I gave pretty much all of these low creativity and low extra mile scores just because I don't think there's anything creative about a pumpkin beer.
I kind of agree because I think for seasonal, I feel like everybody does the same thing to create their pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
I think packaging is the only thing that's really setting these
great.
apart.
Like they aged it in barrels, but it's still a pumpkin beer.
The one thing that has changed the most between these three beers so far is taste. We've gone from a 2 to a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rogue Pumpkin really does have a better taste.
Significantly better than the Smash Pumpkin, and and slightly better than the pumpkin.
So, by the way, weird. So far, these identically match up to somebody's picks from bottom to top. And I don't really know who that could have been. Jason, do you remember who that might have been?
I'm pretty sure it was me.
Gaming the system.
I think I was perfect on all of these.
No, we might have to go back and check the record. Somebody was a real champion
let's
of the
be
people.
serious. It's just because the two of you.
Yeah.
It's just because the two of you saw barrel aged. And we're like, oh, better keep this amazing scores.
Oh no, I've been
That's
ruined.
Next one, Rum Barrel Aged Pumpkin 2017.
Wow.
We do a fairly large jump once again.
Yeah.
So Pumpkin Patch Ale goes from 6.15, Rum Barrel Pumpkin 7.13, taste of a solid 7.
Wow.
Yeah, and that I think goes in line with like one of our average beers. I think.
This would make a top 50 on our list that we currently have. I was looking, we have in our top 25 they're 8s and aboves. So this not too terribly far off. So this will make the upper 25% of our current beer list.
Cool.
And then cool. And then barely
wait.
What?
What's the Pumpkin Patch Ale?
Pumpkin Patch Ale was from
summer
monthly tasting.
Okay. I was
Sorry,
like,
we're looking at a leaderboard for everything for this month.
Because didn't we just taste the Pumpkin Patch Ale?
We have a whole lot of Pumpkin Patch Ale here. Yes.
All right. Sorry. So the 2018 was just slightly
2018.
above.
I gave it really high
just
taste.
Slightly above.
I thought the taste was really good. Like in creativity, I gave it a lot because I thought it was more cocktailish, and I thought that was hard to pull off with a beer, quite frankly. But
I think you can see it. It's the creativity, the taste, and the smell that really put that above.
I gave it low smell. I did not like the smell.
I think I gave it like a 3 or a 4 smell because it was so off-putting.
If you gave it a 3 or a 4 smell and the smell is 8 on the 18,
it a high smell.
Wow!
I gave it a very low smell.
Oh, Jason gave it a 200 smell. That's
right.
Jason gave it a 10.
That manual entry.
I love throwing those numbers in there. Oh my gosh! No, that's insane.
So one off. I was one off.
You were one off.
so close.
You guys must have given that really high scores because that was one of my least favorite ones.
I thought that was actually that was really funny that you had it so low because I thought that was such a great beer.
Maybe I gave it like a slightly higher for creativity than the other ones.
You know what? You guys have been phenomenal.
And packaging. Oh, I gave the. Oh no, not the 2018. The 2017. I gave a high packaging score.
You guys have been so good on this pumpkin episode. I almost want to say that you've made it all the way through it. And I will say, at the beginning, I knocked on this door and I propositioned you to say 2 words: trick or treat. I think that we've had.
We did that once.
We've had plenty of treats. I think. What's the other component of that?
Oh, is this surprise a trick?
Oh man, a whole bunch of tricks.
I don't know because I think I bought everyone's favorite candy to cap.
Oh no!
Good old
candy corn. That's horrible. Oh
I know it's not the Xbox everybody wanted. But if you would like to partake in some of these...
He's opening it right now. He's going to shove it down our throat because that's the only way that he can get rid of those things. Oh my god. You made it to the end of another podcast.
Don't bother me. I'll just be over in my corner opening up these sweet treats.
You can email your questions, comments, concerns, and rants to us at somervillandbrewcast@gmail.com. Please follow us on Twitter at Somerville and Brewcast, or actually SV Brewcast, and on Instagram at Somerville and Brewcast. Also visit our website, buy some swag at www.somervillandbrewcast.com. Thanks everyone for listening, and until next time.
Thanks for having me.
Bop.
Beer.
Nailed it.
So good to get together every day. So good to get together.